Both of you tell the voters, do you believe that global warming is real? Is it imagined? Is it man-made? Or is it a natural occurrence? And what should U.S. policy on this issue be?
Well, I don't claim to be an expert on things that I'm not an expert on, but I do know the vast majority of scientists in the world certainly think that there is climate change. I can sort of observe it by myself, but the scientists say that too. And of course, I believe, and most scientists do, the vast body of scientific opinion is that man-made activity has something to do with it. Mr. Johnson has said that he believes, even though it's a very small view, number of people have this view, that that's just wrong. He has attributed to sunspots. And he has said specifically that it would be a fool's errand to do anything about it. He says we should do absolutely nothing. Well, I couldn't disagree more. For our economy, for our green jobs, and also for the lives of our children and grandchildren, we better make sure that we do whatever we can, within reason, to limit that kind of thing. Now, how do we solve it? I'll tell you, I didn't like the cap-and-trade bill that passed in the House. I thought it was too harsh on coal states like ours that rely on coal, a little too nice to the big nuclear industry on the coast. So I helped slow that down, and I'm not prepared to vote for that bill, but we do have to do something, some other approach that would make sure that Wisconsin people don't get ripped off, but at the same time, make absolutely sure that we don't just laugh this off because it's easier that way. That is absolutely irresponsible with regard to the future of this planet and our children.
Mr. Johnson?
Sure. I certainly do not believe this is settled science, and some pretty eminent scientists have come to my defense on this one. My point is because it's not settled science, it would be incredibly damaging to our economy to try and tax energy. And so, some people talk about this cap and trade that would tax our economy for another $1 trillion. That would destroy jobs. That would destroy our economy. And the fact of the matter is, if we did have something like that, I've seen estimates in the state of Wisconsin, average family energy bills would rise by $1,600 to $4,000 per family. We could lose 40 to 60,000 jobs just in Wisconsin. So because it is not settled science, and let's face it, the sun is a pretty important component of our climate. And to totally deny that might have some effect, I think, is really kind of ignoring the obvious. But one thing, Senator Feingold says he would not support anything that would harm Wisconsin, but he did vote for cloture. And the Senate bill would have been very similar to that. That probably would have those exact same harmful effects I was talking about.